also Mr. Katsuhiko Yamamoto, Dr. Masato Miyata from the National Institute for Land and Infrastructure Management Japan, Building Engineering and Environmental Health Director, Public Work Ministry, Head of Manpower, Transmigration and Energy Agency from Jakarta Province, Mr. Masato Yosumiya from Mitsubishi Electric Corporation, Mr. Markus Tan, EKC Incorporated, Mr. Indu Permana Putra from Sanken Satsubi Kokyu and team. Also maybe Mr. Maumbang Sihite from Aspil Corporation. Pacar Pak Toto. And all the distinguished guests and participants. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure and an honor to welcome you all to this seminar on Towards Zero Energy Building in Indonesia. Let me begin by expressing our deep appreciation to all partners and colleagues, particularly our representative from Japan, for your presence, for coming far away to Indonesia, as well as for the continued support in our shared journey toward decarbonizing in building sector. On behalf of the Directorate General of New Renewable Energy and Energy Conservation, I would like to extend our appreciation to this session thoughts on one of Indonesia's most urgent and strategic priorities in our national agenda, ensuring that our climate agenda and commitment can be implemented through various measures, including decarbonizing built environment. As we know, the building sector plays a critical role in the global decarbonization effort. In Indonesia, the safe toward net zero emission in building is non-negotiable. Through 6 key strategies, such as energy efficiency, electrification, renewable energy, low carbon technology, new energy sources, and also CCS or CCUS, we are working toward the net zero emission target by 2060. This commitment is backed by our national policy roadmap, including the enhanced NDC, which outlines an ambitious emissions reduction of up to 31% by 2030, at which the energy sector is expected to contribute significantly, reducing emission to 129 million tons CO2 by 2060. To operationalize these goals, the government has enacted Government Regulation number 33 in year 2023 on energy conservation, followed by Ministerial Regulation number 8 and also number 3 in year 2025, introducing mandatory energy management for building consuming over 500 ton oil equivalent annually. On the green building side, we have Government Regulation number 16 in year 2021 and Ministry of Public Works Regulation number 21 year 2021, mandate energy and water efficiency standards. Building larger than 5,000 square meter, there are not just regulation, there are cornerstones to building a resilient and efficient urban future, especially for dense cities like Jakarta. Looking ahead, the concept of the net zero energy building may become an alternative solution for the building sector, particularly for the non-residential areas. The application of net zero energy building means significantly reducing annual energy consumption while maximizing renewable energy, renewable energy generation without compromising comfort and building function. Although not yet formally regulated, we have international standard organization offer internationally recognized definition and classification of zero energy building based on how far we could approach the net zero in building, such as net zero energy building, nearly zero energy building, and zero energy building ready that provide a strong foundation for us to start associating with our local context. We have inspiring domestic case studies to highlight QBIG PSD and also Banyuwangi Airports, which has earned the Net Zero Healthy Ready certification, and even the scenario analysis for uh, for terminal of Soekarno-Hatta Airport in Jakarta, which explores architectural, architectural strategies for reducing solar heat gains and improving performance. This example shows that zero energy building concept has high potential to grow, and we also initiated to set energy building in airport Pondok Cabe Airport ya. We initiated Cabe Airport Pertamina Airline. This example shows that zero energy building concept has high potential to grow. However, we must also confront the reality on Indonesian ground. Despite our ambitious policies and growing awareness, several critical challenges remain, both technical and institutional. On the technical side, we still face incomplete data sets and lack of standard baseline methodologies to guide efficiency and decarbonization in building. Additionally, the high capital cost of efficient technology and renewable through essential remains a barrier due to low bankability for commercial investment, particularly for small users. On the institutional side, we are still navigating fragmented regulation and standards with green building code yet to be fully embedded in national planning document like the RPJMN, and we still assess possible incentive or disincentive mechanism for energy management. Moreover, there is a low number of trained managers, auditors, and also verifiers and technical human resources, especially outside major cities, along with low public awareness of energy efficient building. However, these challenges come with opportunities. Indonesia may start building its zero energy building movement on three pillars of progress. We have stakeholder collaboration, aligning the level program on energy efficiency and renewable in building, fostering public-private partnership, expanding roles of the energy service company. Sandbox and pilot project, creating targeted implementation zone and testing stronger policies or technical standards such as minimum energy performance standards for appliances. Incentive and investment, promoting zero energy building awards and encouraging digital reporting while attracting private sector interest in green building development. Lastly, we hope this seminar will remark on early step toward all of those directions. Moreover, we hope that it can also address the challenges in capacity building and awareness by enhancing education and outreach, especially to the local government, commercial building owners, and other relevant stakeholders. Let's us today platform to discuss further about the zero energy building. as a future possible option to decarbonize building across Indonesia. Thank you again for your engagement and collaboration. I look forward to the fruitful discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pak Hendra, for the wonderful remarks. Next, we are honored to be joined virtually by Mr. Masaki Kamiura from METI Japan, who will also share his remarks. Mr. Kamiura, the screen is yours, sir.
Hello, good morning. Can I hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm Masaki Kamiura, Assistant Director for International Affairs Division, METI Japan. So today, Director Yoshino was scheduled to give this speech here, but since Director Yoshino is in the process of handling other official businesses, so I will make an intervention on his behalf. First of all, I'd like to express my sincere congratulations on this the workshop based on the various cooperation on energy efficiency and conservation between Indonesia and Japan. At the same time, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources and Ministry of Public Works and Housing and the City of Jakarta, Indonesia. Thank you for supporting this workshop, as well as to all speakers and participants and all those involved in organizing this workshop. On behalf of METI, I'd like to say a few words for this opening remarks. Recently, the global energy situation is drastically changing. Climate change has been recognized as a global challenge, and each country has developed ambitious targets towards carbon neutrality and made effort to achieve them. I'm aware that Indonesia long-term strategy for low carbon and climate resilience 2050, this mentions its new commitment to achieve carbon neutrality in 2060. On the other hand, current energy crisis has made energy supply unsustainable and brought soaring energy prices. So we reaffirm the importance of energy security as a foundation of our society and economy. In light of the drastically changing energy situation, it is important to promote a balanced energy transition that take into account the sustainable economic growth, energy security, and climate change countermeasures. So we believe that there is no single pathway toward a carbon neutral society, but rather various pathways in each country. Particularly in Asia, which is engine of global economic growth, it is essential to pay close attention to the different situation in each country, such as geographical condition and stage of economic development, and it is also important to utilize all possible technologies. Looking worldwide, Japan's share of global CO2 emission is about 3%. In addition to the reducing our own emission, Japan's role is to provide the world with solutions for clean energy, including energy efficiency, to contribute to the 97% outside Japan. For cooperation towards the decarbonization in Asia, Japan held the Asia Zero Emission Community (AZEC) ministerial meeting. Second ministerial meeting was held last August in Jakarta here, and this year the third ministerial meeting will be held in Malaysia. So Japan will contribute to decarbonization in Asia by supporting the for development, demonstration, and decarbonization technology with policy coordination. To achieve such a balanced energy transition, energy efficiency and conservation is the first fuel. Zero Energy Building, ZEB, is this theme of this workshop, is important technology to promote energy efficiency and conservation in building sector. To promote this ZEB activity in Japan, various efforts are being made both regulatory and supportive aspects. In addition, Japan aimed at accelerating the dimension of ZEB through a step-by-step approach to achieve net zero. This approach has been also formulated as a technical specification of international standard. So I'm aware that today's presenters in this workshop will explain efforts related to these topics. So I hope that this workshop will be helpful for the development and dimension of ZEB and for achieving carbon neutrality in Indonesia. Thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kamiura, for your thoughtful remarks. Now, before we continue to the main agenda, we will take a group photo for those attending here in person and also our participant joining us online. For those attending in person, please kindly move closer to the screen and we will take the picture. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Now we will move into the main session of today's workshop. We are honored to have four distinguished speakers who will each share their insight on the net zero energy buildings. Each speaker will be given 20 minutes, followed by a Q&A session at the end of all presentations. Now, let us begin with our first speaker. I would like to invite Mr. Nur Cahyanto, Deputy Director of Energy Conservation Technology Implementation. Mr. Cahyo, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Pak Arif. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please introduce myself. My name is Cahyo, and today I'm happy here to maybe to discuss and give you presentations related to the policy landscape of energy efficiency in building sectors. And I hope for the next 20 minutes I will make it more relaxed so everyone can maybe can discuss it regarding the what actually happen in policies and also the conditions of in Indonesia related to energy and in building sectors. Thank you so much. And okay,
Karena cuma bahan yang kemarin itu kan ada yang di itu udah buat secara disclaimer. Ada yang Ivan saya udah lihat tuh yang Ivan belum dipublish ya? Ya belum, kami juga belum dipublish.
okay. Maybe I have around 10 slides if can be shown here, please. Yeah, okay, thank you so much. And okay, in this excellent opportunity, okay, I will start with this Indonesian context of Indonesian policy strategy in energy transitions. When it comes to the Indonesian visions, of course, we have to talk about what should Indonesian do in terms of the energy. So apart of from the energy security and also a self-sufficient principle that was announced also one of the astacita in the our government visions. Indonesia still also commit to pursue of low carbon for the futures, and we also have commitment as well related to the Indonesian national determined contributions. And we recently with our minister we also has formed a special task force for the debottlenecking of the progress of energy security and also the downstreaming of the energy resources, particularly in facing with our challenges in energy. And of course, if we talk about the our target to achieve the Indonesian energy transition, we have to consider at least four energy security parameters, which are the availability, accessibility, affordability, and also the acceptability. That's indicator, of course, we will guide us to achieve our astacita and government visions. Next slide. And when we talk about the energy, especially for the energy efficiency, we always talking about the energy intensity as an indicators. If we look at this graph in the left side, we know that from the 2010 up to 2020, around one of a decade, we have an average decrease of the energy intensity is around 2%. And if we talk about this energy intensity target with our target of our national energy policy, we have to achieve at least 98 up to 99% of the lower energy intensity. That's why it's a huge ambitions, and of course energy intensity or energy efficiency is one of the important thing in our national visions. And also, if we look back 2 years ago, when the conference on party comments in the Dubai, in the global, we also hear about the ambitions of the global ambition related to renewable energy and also the energy efficiency. And in terms of the energy efficiency, we we try to encourage of the average annual rates of the doubling energy efficiency, or we know that the increasing of the energy intensity by 2 times by 2030 compared to the previous decade. Of course, we also know that 2% of the energy intensity reduction, and then we can twice target it. So it means that 4%, something like that. And we also have ambition related to the what we are projections in terms of the net zero emissions in the building sectors, because in our net NZE target, we also put some strategies such as the energy management and also the related to for the national and the regional governments, and the building that consume more than 500 ton oil equivalent annually, which is it is regulated in our presidential regulations. Next slide. I think this already discussed and already conveyed by our director, Pak Hendra, that in terms of our target for the enhanced NDC, we have a lot of target here for the energy efficiency and also the renewable energy. And energy efficiency, of course, we have ambitious here, because uh, uh, based on our percentage, the energy efficiency consists of 37% of percentage amongst 358 million tons on ton oil equivalent based on the target of the NDC. It means the huge number. That's why we have to achieve with this kind of number. And the regulation, we also have the government regulation about the energy conservations, that the derivative regulation about the government of the number 3 and also number 8 in terms of the minister regulations, which targeted to the government and local government, and also companies to use the energy mandatory and also energy management mandatory in these buildings. And also with the other government regulation, we have also have a green building that may have a different approach, like with the green building, the principle with the floor areas, with a different approach with our approach. It means that if we calculate the energy with the PUPR, calculate the floor areas, but the two of regulation, it should hand in hand, so it should be aligned together to achieve the energy efficiency target. Next slide. In terms of the energy and energy efficiency regulations, we also have established the government regulation number 33 2023, that consists of a lot of programs, including energy management, minimum energy performance standards, implementation of the energy service companies, and also how to encourage the participations of the private sector, maybe for the funding, capacity building, and also part of that we also have the research and innovations and partners collaborations. And with this regulation, of course, we also have the monitoring and evaluations in terms of the building sectors, that in energy management in 2024, at least 49 buildings have been reported to our systems in our reporting system, and it's accounted for 35 of terawatt hours energy savings and equal to 16,000 of ton CO2 equivalent. Next slide. And as I mentioned earlier, uh, to support our government regulation number 33 2023, we already established two ministerial regulations. This is the technical regulations. The first is the Ministerial of Regulation number 3 2025 concerning on the energy conservation in the government and regional government. In this regulation, we are trying to regulate for financing, budgeting, and also how to encourage the ESCO participations, and also the how to the put off the scheme of the energy efficiency infrastructure here, and also how to put the reporting of the staging reporting from the decree to the Ministry of Energy, and also giving the appreciations of the regulations that coming from our minister based on the monitoring evaluation such as we can give like the certifications and also some of the appreciation including of the economic carbon or the economic carbon value or the carbon pricing maybe. And of course the second regulation that also very important is the MEM regulation number 8 for 2025 on energy management, because in this regulation there are some mandatory for buildings building owners that using 500 ton oil equivalent to implement the energy management. And we encourage for this energy owner or energy users that consume more 500 ton oil equivalent to report in our reporting online system. We call it the POME or we call it a synergy. This is also one of our target is to achieve the energy efficiency emission reduction, because based on this energy management platform we can also create more opportunity for this category also to give like the opportunity for a mechanism for GHG emission in the offset to be like certified emission reductions. I think next slide. Okay, in our energy conservation regulations, the obligation that I already mentioned to implement is the building that consume over 500 ton oil equivalent per year, and this part of our upscale the implementation of the energy measure in building. Initially, we put two classification here. The first is the commercial building, and the second one is the government buildings, because the two approach will be different different categories in our regulation. Because if we talk about the commercial building, of course we talk about the 500 ton oil equivalent, but if we talk about the government building, all of the government building should implement the energy management. And apart from the energy management, we also have the regulation for implementing of the energy minimum energy performance standards of, or we call it the MAPs in appliances. If we talk about the historical data, we have already established at least 8 appliances with the maps in the minimum energy performance standards, such as air conditioning, fan, LED, RDC, television, and the last rice cooker. And the last year, or in the early this year, we already established the water dispenser. And for the coming years, we hope more the appliances will establish in terms of the maps. We are now still running on the preparation of the setup the maps for water pumps, and maybe will be followed by the other appliances such as the washing machines, and also induction stove, iron and blender, and etc. And this regulation, of course, it will encourage our achievement in the NDC targets, because if you talk about our previous slide, 137 of million ton of CO2 emission coming from energy efficiency, the half of this achievement coming from this regulation, coming from minimum energy performance standards. Next slide. Yes, in tapping into this potential savings, we need to seek identify the practical solutions to mobilize clean energy financing, including through the promotion of the energy service companies, or we call it ESCO. The presence of ESCO hopefully can assist companies in performing the investment grade audit, or we call it AGA, and also encourage for energy efficiency project financing as well, and also implementation and operation and maintenance, okay, and also measurement and verification of the energy performance. That's of course we also encourage the development of energy service companies. And in 2024, there are some, you see that some ESCO companies here that already collaborate with us. Next slide. Yeah, this is I can show you two of our platform. The first platform is the Synergy. This is the online platform that accommodates the energy management reporting. And the second platform is the Accelerasi. This is the platform that consists of our achievement related to the energy, the emission reduction activities that reported to us. Because if you talk about the energy mitigation actions coming from the energy sectors, every activities has to be reported. That's the Accelerasi provide the reporting from the GHG mitigation actions. Next slide. And to encourage and also to promote the carbon pricing, we already conduct the monetizations of emission reduction through the carbon trading platform. This means that every single activities in terms of energy efficiency has the opportunity to be converted to the certified emission reduction. That's why we are collaborating with the BPDLH, with some of the project, to put those kind of the activities such as energy efficiency activities convert to the SPKRK that can be sold to the market using the IDX within the primary and also the secondary market. And what we have done right now also is still undergoing process is to giving the technical assistance, like the preparation of the document of the mitigation action plan, DRAM, for the certified emission reduction in Indonesia, with the partners, including in the transportation partners, industrial partners, and also building sector partners. Next slide. I think this is the last slide. I hope we can collaborate with the uh, we trying to also involve all of the sectors because we need the support from the all parties, which is the SOE companies, media, governments, and also academic and society and NGO to promote the energy efficiency, including our collaboration maybe between the Indonesian and Japan, and also with the several um, international partners as well. I think that's all of our presentation that can give you insight related to the policy landscape of the energy efficiency in the building sector. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chahya, for the insightful presentation. Next, we would like to invite Mr. Fajar Santoso, Deputy Director from the Building Engineering and Environmental Health Ministry of Public Works. Mr. Fajar, the time is yours. It's okay. We will wait for a bit because there's a technical issue, but we will come back to you soon. Sudah bisa ditampilkan?
Yeah, good morning. Thank you, everyone. I want to introduce myself. My name is Fajar Santoso. I'm head of Secretariat of Green Building Ministry of Public Works. Today, send current situation in Indonesia and the what in others. Line is five part. Part one is Indonesia commitment to reducing greenhouse gas emission, and part two national policy direction, and part three is regulation, policies, and roadmap for BGH green building implementation in Indonesia, achievements of green building implementation. We call green building in Indonesia is BGH. Part 5 is implementation of new and renewable energy in Indonesia has commitment to reducing greenhouse gas emission. This is based on Paris Agreement in 2016. Indonesia issued regulation law number 16 in 2016, and Indonesia has commitment to reduce 29% of greenhouse gas emission. And in the energy sector for building subsector, it is targeted to reduce about 1.91 million tons of CO2 in 2030, but building have more larger than that the potential of reducing of tons of CO2 and targeted for greenhouse gas emission reduction is 3 million tons of CO2 for government buildings, 14 million tons of CO2 for commercial building, and 19 million for residential. Next slide, please. This is a vision and mission of Indonesia. We call it Astacita or Eight Hope, maybe. Eight Hope, Astacita. The role of green building in supporting energy security is one, reducing energy consumption in mandatory building categories. The role two, utilizing new and renewable energy, and number three is supporting energy management under regulation 33 of 2023 on energy conservation issued by Ministry of Energy and Ministry of Energy. Next slide. In RPJMN or in National Development Policy Direction, the national priorities serve as the main structure of all development plans in the 2025 to 2029 National Medium Term Development Plan or RPJMN. The objective is its national priority is translate into priority programs, priority activities, and priority project with measurable targets to facilitate implementation by ministries, agencies, local government, and enterprise, both state owned and private company. Next slide, please. In National Development Policy Direction, in support of national priority, 6 medium-term develop targets have been formulated to help ensure success during 2025 to 2029 period, one of which is realization of green economic transformation. Next slide, please. In 2025 or RPJMN development matrix, green building implementation is listed under priority project. We call it PROP, project priority, implementation of sustainable construction and green buildings. Green buildings are part of the national strategy to support the transition toward green economy and low carbon development. Green buildings serve as an implementation instrument to realize a green economy and low carbon development, promote resource efficiency and energy conservation, reduce greenhouse gas emission from the energy sector, promote sustainable construction in Indonesia. In addition to being part of the circular economic agenda and low carbon development, building also strategically support development of green job ecosystem. The role of green building in the socio-economic dimension contributes to one, enhancing the green cost, two, strengthening the jobs ecosystem, and three is developing workforce competencies. In our regulation, as mandated by government regulation number 16 year 2021, Green buildings aim to achieve a minimum of 25% energy conservation in mandatory building and 10% of water conservation. The key stakeholders in green building implementation fight for stakeholders. Stakeholder one is building owners, managers, and user, central government, regional government, and construction services providers. For government building, in our regulation, the minimum of 5,000 meters square. This is a mandatory building for government building to implement the green building under our minister regulation number 21 of 2021. We have a priority divided in 3 terms of priority in our roadmap. Next slide, please. In short term, 2023 and 2024, focus on government building in Zone 1 and Zone 2. Zone 1 is the area, the blue and green color, dark blue and green color, and also the purple color. And in medium term is in 2025 to 2026 is Zone 1, Zone 2, and Zone 3, and this is include non-government building. And we have also long-term targeted 2027 to 2028, all of zone and all government building. All building include government and non-government building. This is the task of our secretariat. We develop regulation, empowerment, and supervision. For regulation, we responsible to regulation and policy, building priority determination, and for empowerment, we have tasked to capacity building of BG of green building for all of implementation stakeholder. We have supervision using information system of building, and this is the achievement of implementation of green building in Indonesia. Housing, vertical housing, office, and apartment. And this is the picture is the previous slide. This is in IKN, Ibu Kota Nusantara. All building in IKN is mandatory to green building. Mungkin ini bisa diterjemahkan ke bahasa Inggris, Pak. Mohon bantuan, Pak. Jadi yang ingin saya sampaikan di sini.
So what I want to convey here,
bahwa kapasitas kami selaku Sekretariat Bangunan Gedung Hijau,
our capacity as the Secretariat for Green Building Agency,
yang anggarannya sangat tergantung dari anggaran di eselon 3 di Kementerian PU.
the fund is dependent on the fund that is given to the Ministry of Public Works.
Kami pesimis dengan sekretariat, organisasi sekretariat yang seperti sekarang ini.
We are a bit pessimistic with the current condition of the Secretariat
Untuk mengejar net zero emission building di 2006.
to achieve the net zero emission in 2060.
Karena stakeholder yang kami harus himpun,
Because the stakeholder that we have to convey,
514 kabupaten kota,
There are 514 regional government and the city government.
34 provinsi,
There are 34 provinces,
konsultan bangunan gedung,
and there are a lot of building consultants,
kontraktor,
contractors,
asosiasi,
associations,
dan industri.
and industries,
Misalnya industri seperti Asahi dan Mitsubishi Electric.
such as Mitsubishi and Asahi.
Saat ini sekretariat hanya terdiri dari 9 orang.
There are only 9 persons working for the secretariat.
Mungkin Bapak Ibu dari Jepang bisa memberikan masukan organisasi seperti apa sebenarnya yang dibutuhkan untuk mengejar net zero emission building.
Maybe from the Japanese side could give us any insight what kind of secretariat that actually could achieve the net zero emission in 2060.
Mungkin termasuk kepada teman-teman Kementerian SDM, karena setahu saya apakah perlu dibuat Seknas BGH atau dibuat Seknas Energi, gitu, seperti Dewan Energi Nasional. Di bawahnya bisa ada transportasi, industri, dan bangunan.
Should it be a joint energy agency or a building agency like a national energy agency?
Mungkin itu yang bisa saya sampaikan dan saya mohon maaf atas keterbatasan saya dalam penyampaian paparan di dalam bahasa Inggris. Terima kasih.
I think that's all, and thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pak Fajar, for the insightful presentation. The next, we will invite Mr. Togas, the representative from Manpower Transmigration and Energy Agency from Jakarta Special Region Province. Mr. Togas, the time is yours.
Baik, terima kasih. Selamat pagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Togas Blaini dari Dinas Tenaga Kerja, Transmigrasi dan Energi DKI Jakarta.
I'm Togas from the Manpower Transmigration and Energy Agency, Jakarta Special Region Province.
Tadinya penyampaian ini akan disampaikan oleh Pak Kepala Dinas, namun beliau berhalangan hadir sehingga diminta Kepala Bidang, dan Kepala Bidangnya pun berhalangan hadir. Jadi saya dadakan pada saat ini.
It should be our superiors that deliver this presentation, but they are not available, so I will be presenting the presentation.
Saya akan walaupun paparannya dalam bahasa Inggris, saya akan memaparkan dalam bahasa Indonesia. Baik, selanjutnya. Ya, ini hanya definisi ya. Saya pikir ini sudah pada mengerti, bahkan di sini kan ada Kementerian SDM yang memang spesial di sini dari konservasi energi itu apa dan lain-lain itu.
The first slide is about the energy conservation definition, and we can see the screen for the description and definition. Next slide, please.
Ya, next slide. Jadi saya lebih memfokuskan akan memaparkan terkait dengan apa yang sudah dilakukan oleh DKI Jakarta terkait konservasi energi.
I will focus more on what is Jakarta Special Region has implemented in the energy management obligations.
selanjutnya. Ya, ini komitmen Jakarta di mana di 2030 itu emission reduction-nya sampai dengan 30% dan diharapkan net zero di 2050.
This is the Jakarta target in the carbon emission target. So in 2030, Jakarta aim to reduce 30% of its emission and to achieve its net zero into 2050.
Ya, next. Ya, jadi untuk mencapai ke sana ada beberapa peraturan-peraturan yang dibuat di DKI Jakarta, dan salah satu peraturan yang utamanya sebenarnya menginduk kepada Perda Rencana Umum Energi Daerah atau RUED.
There are several regulations that Jakarta has established, especially the regional regulation regarding the General Regional Energy Plan or RED. Next, please.
Next. Ya, di sini kita bisa lihat dari visi misi terkait dengan Rencana Umum Energi Daerah, yang mana visinya itu terpenuhinya kebutuhan energi yang berwawasan lingkungan, terdepan dalam pemanfaatan teknologi energi dengan mendorong peran serta masyarakat. Jadi menitik beratkan kepada peran serta masyarakat.
In its vision, Jakarta states that its vision to fulfill energy needs that are environmentally friendly and leading in the utilization of energy technology by encouraging community participation.
Ya, untuk misinya bisa dilihat di paparan, itu ada 5 misi. Caranya menjamin ketersediaan energi secara merata dan kesinambungan, optimalkan pemanfaatan teknologi energi baru terbarukan, meningkatkan kegiatan konservasi energi dan diversifikasi energi, dan meminimalisasi dampak lingkungan dari sektor energi, serta mendorong peran serta masyarakat dalam pemanfaatan energi baru terbarukan dan konservasi energi.
There are 5 missions in Jakarta, the Jakarta states. First is ensure even and sustainable energy availability and optimize the use of new and renewable energy technology, increase energy conservation and diversification activities, minimize the environmental impact of the energy sector, and encourage community participation.
Selanjutnya, ya ini ada 6 kebijakan RUED. Di antaranya itu yang pertama, penyediaan energi yang cukup, aman, dan andal, pemanfaatan energi baru terbarukan, peningkatan konservasi dan diversifikasi, pengurangan dampak lingkungan dari sektor energi, penyediaan listrik untuk Kepulauan Seribu, dan peningkatan kemampuan pengelolaan energi.
There are 6 regional policies as stated in the RED, as we can see from the screen. Next, please.
Jadi yang di sini yang lebih saya titik beratkan, karena memang kalau untuk terkait peraturan itu tetap kita menginduk kepada peraturan-peraturan yang ada di pusat. Jadi kami sebagai pemerintah daerah itu mengimplementasikan peraturan-peraturan tersebut.
As a regional government, we make sure that our regional regulation aligns with the central regulation from the government.
Ya, ini ada aksi penurunan emisi karbon. Itu diantaranya ada beberapa strategi untuk mencapai pengurangan emisi dan dilakukan dengan beberapa program kegiatan, diantaranya penghematan energi, energi baru terbarukan, dan peningkatan kendaraan listrik.
There are several strategies that we implement, such as energy efficiency, the use of renewable energy, and shift to electric vehicles.
Ya, ini salah satu aksi penurunan emisi karbon kita di Provinsi DKI Jakarta, diantaranya dengan melakukan audit energi pada gedung-gedung milik pemerintah untuk mendukung pengurangan emisi dengan memberikan pemahaman tentang penggunaan energi dan peluang penghematan energi pada bangunan gedung. Jadi setelah diaudit kita bisa mengetahui terkait dengan peluang penghematan energi pada bangunan gedung, terus memberikan rekomendasi meningkatkan pelaksanaan konservasi energi dan panduan untuk tindakan yang tepat dalam peremajaan sistem peralatan guna mencapai efisiensi.
There are several energy efficiency measures that we implement, such as energy audit for our public buildings, and also from the audit we can obtain their recommendation, and we can select which recommendation that we could implement.
Ya, untuk audit sendiri itu kami lakukan pada gedung-gedung milik pemerintah DKI. Kenapa kita lakukan di gedung pemerintah DKI? Karena memang itu sebagai campaign dan juga kita hanya bisa melakukan penganggaran untuk gedung-gedung milik pemerintah DKI.
Why we only do audit for governmental buildings? Because we only can fund the audit for governmental buildings.
Sampai saat ini sudah terdapat 69 gedung milik Pemda DKI yang telah dilakukan audit energi, dan di tahun 2026 akan dilakukan kembali audit di 10 bangunan gedung.
We have implemented audit in 69 governmental buildings, and in the next we will also conduct another 10 buildings.
Untuk pelaksanaan auditnya tentunya kami bekerja sama dengan PPSDM KEB TKE Kementerian SDM selaku yang memang di sana ada auditor-auditor yang memang mumpuni untuk di bidangnya.
We work closely with Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources to do the audit for our governmental buildings.
Ya, selain itu juga kami juga untuk memantau penggunaan energi pada bangunan gedung, kami saat ini sedang membuat sistem tentunya juga dengan beberapa perangkat hardware yang ditempatkan pada gedung-gedung yang telah kami audit melalui data management system, di mana di tahun ini kita membangun 10 sistem yang bekerja sama dengan PSE UGM, Pusat Studi Energi Universitas Gadjah Mada.
For the buildings that we have audited, we also implement data management system to improve the energy efficiency in those buildings, and we work closely with Gadjah Mada University for those data management system implementation.
Next. Jadi contoh sistem yang telah kita bangun dan juga peralatan-peralatan yang kita pasang di bangunan gedung milik kami yang tahun ini baru dibangun 10.
These are the system that we have built for our buildings. There are 10 buildings that we have implemented these measures.
Di mana dari hasilnya tersebut dapat kita memantau konsumsi energi secara real time pada bangunan gedung yang telah kita pasangi alat data management system ini.
From the system implementation, we can real-time monitor the energy consumption of those buildings.
Ya, dari sana tentunya ini bermanfaat bagi kami untuk menganalisa lebih lanjut terkait dengan konsumsi energi pada bangunan gedung.
It is very beneficial for us to monitor the energy consumption on those buildings and deciding which actions to be taken next.
Ya, selanjutnya. Ya, selain melakukan audit, juga kita melakukan aksi sosialisasi kampanye hemat energi itu melalui poster, videotron, dan stiker-stiker yang kita berikan ke bangunan gedung.
Besides the energy audit, we also conduct several measures for energy efficiency, such as safe energy campaign through videotron, social media, banners, and stickers.
Selanjutnya. Ya, ini kami juga menyelenggarakan beberapa seminar untuk mengkampanyekan penghematan energi di gedung-gedung.
We conducted several seminars and workshops in our buildings.
Tentunya juga melakukan sosialisasi di 5 wilayah kota karena kami memiliki suku dinas tenaga kerja transmigrasi dan energi di 5 wilayah kota.
We conducted the socialization in our 5 cities in Jakarta.
Selanjutnya. Ya, selain melakukan audit energi untuk campaign juga kami juga melakukan uh, aksi sosialisasi dan implementasi pemadaman listrik selama 1 jam untuk menghemat energi.
We also conducted campaign to turn off your electricity in Jakarta
Ya, selama 1 jam,
for 1 hour,
only 1 hour.
Earth hour. Yeah.
Ya, jadi sampai saat ini sudah dilakukan sampai dengan 8 kali pemadaman itu dari tahun 2023 sampai 2025. Jadi per tahun itu 3 kali.
We have conducted this campaign for Earth Hour, and so about three campaigns each year from 2023.
Dapat dilihat di tabel bahwa pelaksanaan Earth Hour ini bukan hanya cost saving tapi juga terkait dengan pengurangan emisi gas rumah kaca.
Aside from cost saving, we can also reduce the greenhouse gas emissions from this campaign.
Selanjutnya, ya ini selain itu juga kami juga mengimplementasikan pembangunan pembangkit listrik tenaga surya PLTS pada bangunan gedung, sekali lagi mirip Pemprov DKI Jakarta.
We implemented solar panel in governmental buildings in Jakarta's professional government.
Sampai 2024 itu sudah terbangun 164 PLTS pada bangunan gedung dengan total kapasitas 4,01 megawatt peak.
We have implemented the solar panel in 164 buildings that reach capacity of 4.01 MWP.
Bangunan-bangunan yang kita bangun solar panel tersebut itu merupakan bangunan milik pemerintah DKI Jakarta berupa sekolah, kantor, fasilitas kesehatan, dan sport facilities gedung olahraga.
We implemented the solar panel in buildings that are owned by Jakarta, such as schools, offices, healthcare facilities, and sport facilities.
Ya, ini pengembangan solar panel itu dapat kita lihat di tabel bahwa per tahunnya dari tahun 2018 terus meningkat, namun di 2020 karena ada pandemi ya, jadi tidak dilakukan pembangunan. Dan di 2025 ini kami melakukan pembangunan 22 lokasi dengan kapasitas 575 kilowatt peak.
We can see from the screen that we try to increase the number of buildings that is implemented with solar PV system, but in 2020 we did not conduct the implementation because of the COVID, but in 2025 we implement the solar PV system in 22 buildings that reach the capacity of 575 kilowatt peak.
Ini tadi yang detail dari 22 bangunan gedung yang dilakukan pembangunan solar panel di tahun ini, di mana itu ada sekolah, kantor, fasilitas kesehatan, dan juga fasilitas olahraga.
These are the 22 buildings that will be implemented solar PV system this year, 2025.
Thanks. Ini untuk elektrifikasi bis listrik pada Transjakarta. Karena saat ini sampai dengan tahun 2024 itu sudah 320 bis listrik yang menggunakan tenaga dari listrik ya, bukan solar, bukan BBM.
These are the implementation to shifting to electric vehicles, and we have implemented 320 electric buses in our public bus system Transjakarta.
Ya, tujuannya tentunya agar semua kendaraan umum atau bis listrik tersebut yang kurang lebih 10.000 unit di Jakarta beroperasi menggunakan tenaga listrik pada tahun 2030.
Our goal is to have all the public buses, about 10,000 units, to be using electric power by 2030.
Thanks. Ya, ini untuk mendukung peningkatan kendaraan listrik di Jakarta, di mana pada sampai dengan tahun 2024 itu untuk SPKLU ya tercatat di DKI Jakarta itu telah terbangun 258 unit SPKLU di 136 lokasi.
To encourage and support the EV ecosystem, we also installed about 258 units in 136 locations in Jakarta for the charging infrastructures.
Di tahun 2024, Dinas Tenaga Kerja Transmigrasi dan Energi juga membangun 2 stasiun pengisian kendaraan listrik khusus kendaraan operasional. Jadi bukan SPKLU tetapi hanya SPKL ya. Itu yang berlokasi di Balai Kota dan di Pusat Pelatihan Kerja Daerah Jakarta Timur.
In 2024, we also implemented 2 charging stations installed in the city town hall and East Jakarta Regional Training Center.
Di tahun ini kami juga akan membangun, sedang berproses pembangunan 6 SPKL
We
di
are
gedung DPRD dan di 5 kantor wali kota.
we are in the process of installing 6 new charging stations, for example, in the city council offices.
Selanjutnya, ya ini salah satu ini saja sebenarnya yang dilakukan Jakarta dulu dimulai di tahun 2022, yaitu penyelenggaraan Jakarta E-Prix ya.
We conducted Jakarta E-Prix Racing Championship in 2022 and 2025.
Ya mungkin itu selanjutnya. Mungkin itu sedikit paparan dari kami di Provinsi DKI Jakarta terkait dengan implementasi yang sudah kami lakukan. Mungkin itu sekian, terima kasih.
These are the our measures to implement energy efficiency in Jakarta. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much, Mr. Togas, for the insightful presentation. And for our final presentation in the session, we are pleased to welcome Dr. Masato Miyata from the National Institute for Land and Infrastructure Management, Japan. Dr. Miyata, the screen is yours.
Okay, can I hear me? Can I hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. I will share my screen. Just a moment. Okay, my name is Masato Miyata from Japan. I'm very sorry that I'm unable to give this presentation in person today. I truly wish to attend, but my work obligations prevented me from traveling to your country. So, but I hope to meet and have discussion with all of you face to face at the next opportunity. Anyway, today I will give an online presentation introducing Japanese energy efficiency standard. I'm a head of a building house. I'm a head of Housing Stock Management Division at National Institute for Land and Infrastructure Management and NIRI. Today, I'd like to make a presentation about the standard Japanese simulation system for ZEV. It's called WebPro, and the analysis of the accumulated data. This is an outline of my presentation. First of all, I'll talk about a brief overview of building energy code in Japan. And next, I will explain an evaluation method of building energy performance for non-residential buildings and online calculation tool we developed. And the last, I will talk about collection and analysis of application data for the code, which is the result of my latest research. Okay. Let me introduce you to my institute. The name of my institute is National Institute for Land and Infrastructure Management, which is called NIRIM. NIRIM is a research institute within the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, Tourism. We call it 国土交通省 in Japanese. NIRIM is the only national research organization in social infrastructure and housing field in Japan. If you are interested in our research institute and our research activities, please visit our website. My research field is building energy modeling with simulation technique to achieve energy saving and decarbonization of non-residential buildings. For example, I'm now developing online energy simulation tools and conducting research to plan their retrofit for real buildings. Okay, that's all my and my research institute introduction. Okay, first topic is building energy code in Japan. I'll talk about the detail of the code. This is an overview of regulation on building energy efficiency of buildings in Japan. So in Japan, the Ministry of Land and Infrastructure, Transport, Tourism, MIRIT, is responsible for the design and construction of buildings, this part. And while the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, METI, is responsible for the operation phases. Today, I will focus on the design and construction phase. So in order to achieve energy saving in building sectors, Building Energy Efficiency Act was promulgated in 2015. And this act defines a building energy code to strengthen energy conservation measures at the design and construction phases. The building energy code is divided into two categories. One is for residential buildings, another is for non-residential buildings. And evaluation indicator primary energy performance of equipment and envelope thermal performance. That is a thermal insulation. Building energy code is mandatory for compliance. Since April of this year, compliance with the code has become mandatory for all buildings, including residential buildings. This slide provides a more detailed explanation of building energy code for non-residential buildings. This is for non-residential buildings. This code evaluates building energy performance as a point of design and linked to building permit application. The code consists of two parts, primary energy performance standard and envelope thermal performance standard. The evaluation indicator for primary energy consumption, primary energy performance is BEI. It's a building energy index. BI is estimated design primary energy consumption divided by regulated standard primary energy consumption. So evaluation indicator for the envelope thermal performance standard is pulse star. It's a perimeter annual load. It's a kind of a heat load, cooling and heat load. And I'll explain more later, but we provide an online evaluation tool to calculate these indicators, BEI and pulse star. This slide shows the elements of the building to be evaluated. For primary energy performance, the evaluation targets are air conditioning system, mechanical ventilation system, the lighting system, hot water supply system, elevator system, and we include this energy generated system, for example, photovoltaic power generation system and the cogeneration system. And here, why does the code request to evaluate the design performance? So as you know, buildings are constructed individually, different from industrial products, for example, cars or something. Yeah. So no two buildings are the same. So energy consumption buildings largely differs depending on the quality of the design. So we should pay more attention to the design performance. And building owners sometimes, let's say always, make excessive demands on building equipment because usually building owners have a dream of very successful business. So requests tend to be too much. That is overspec. So and the another reason is that they are afraid of receiving complaints from customers. But the important thing is building is bigger isn't always better. So excessive equipment cause energy waste. So the building designer need to show and explain the energy performance as a result of providing buildings with required demands. Okay, next topic is our standardization of next topic is about the standardization of evaluation method. So as I talked before, the indicator for primary energy performance is BEI, Building Energy Index. BEI is the design primary energy consumption divided by difference in primary energy consumption. If the BI is less than 1.00, the building is considered to be in compliance with the standard, with the code. So here, the question is how to calculate these energy consumptions. So we means NIRIM and BRI is Building Research Institute. It's a kind of the brother research institute. Family Research Institute, we have developed a new simple calculation method that fits in with regulations. The methodology expected to be suitable for the mandatory standard. So our goal is that people can evaluate with minimum input and people can understand the calculation process. So we try to keep it as simple as possible. The calculation method is simple, but the scientific theory behind it is very solid. So we did many experiments in this kind of actual facilities in our research institute and tested the actual performance of the equipment for many times. This figure shows the calculation from primary energy consumption. So you can calculate the primary energy consumption of all equipment from specification of the equipment, specification of the envelope and building equipment. And finally, sum up the energy of all equipment, and you can get the designed energy consumption. And compare the difference energy consumption and this designed energy consumption. So this slide shows explain how the difference energy consumption was determined. So in 2013, we surveyed the design specification of representative buildings in Japan and established a difference specification for building envelope and equipment design. So using these different specifications, we can calculate the difference energy consumption based on the calculation method we developed. So the calculation method, including weather data and operational schedule, used to calculate the difference values are the same as used for the calculating design values. So therefore, it can be we can say the BI of 1.00 represents the standard energy performance level as of 2013. And we developed the calculation method of primary energy consumption, but the calculation work is very time consuming. So Japanese conventional application requires manual calculations. The manual calculation of coefficients using tables were very complicated and time consuming. And it's difficult to review or to verify all calculation procedure of applicants. So we developed the automatic calculation program online tool. Japanese government developed this kind of a program enable reviewer to verify the calculations by checking their input only. The accuracy of calculation has been guaranteed by the government, Japanese government. This is a program. We call this program as a web program, Web Pro, because it runs online. This program is publicly accessible program, free for use. And we provide three kinds of programs. A is a detailed calculation. It's used by those who want to make a detailed evaluation and want to get a high score. And B is simplified calculation. Fewer input are required than method A, and the evaluation can be done easily. More than 95% of users choose this method B. C is the limited edition for less than 300 square meters. To use Web Pro, design specifications are inputted on an Excel file, and once drag and drop the Excel file and upload the file, the energy calculation will run on the cloud computer, and you will get the BEI value. And this system has been in operation since 2012. So we have all, it has already been in operation for more than 12 years. Okay, here I demonstrate. Just a moment. This is a Excel file as it's an input file of the program. So there are some sheets in the file. So sorry in Japanese, but the header is translated in English. And for example, this is the input sheet for room specifications. So you have to input the floor, room name, and building use type. You have to select the type of the building use. This means office. And this is a room type. It's a courier, lobby, and office room or something. And floor area, floor height, floor ceiling height, and so on. And this is a sheet for exterior wall compositions. This is a rock, the board, and the air layer, concrete or something. Yeah. And you have to input the thickness of the materials. And another example is this sheet is for heat sources. You have to select the heat source type. This is the absorption chiller. And you have to input the rated capacity, cooling capacity, and rated energy consumption, and so on. And this means a package air conditioner. And the last, this is a lighting system. And so you have to input, for example, room area and rated per consumption, watt per unit, and the number of the unit in the room. For example, the 6 units exists in this room. So once you input this input and create this kind of file, this is our program's interface. And just timer. This is an Excel file, and drag and drop here. So you can get the score. The calculation is only less than 5 seconds. So I said indicator of the energy performance is a BI. The BI score is displayed here. This building is a 0.83. This is a BI for each equipment. For example, this is air conditioner, the ventilation system, lighting system, hot water, and elevator or something. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's all my demonstration. Okay. And this program is also linked to Bell's evaluation. Bell's is building a housing energy efficiency labeling system in Japan. So once the BI value is calculated in the Bell program, the label, this kind of star, can be obtained depending on the BI value. The label should be displayed at the time of sale and lease of the building. And BI is also linked to the ZEB, Zero Energy Building certification. Okay, last topic is collection and analysis of application data for building energy code. So I explained Web Pro, but besides calculating BI, Web Pro has an important role to play. It is automatic collection of application data. So information inputted into Web Pro and calculation results are stored in online server. The evidence data needed for discussion when revising energy policy in Japanese government is automatically collected. We have access to design specification and BI for all new buildings from my own desk. So no special survey is required. It's a very great system. It's just for your reference because they are written in Japanese. But we publish the data analysis result every year as a new report, our official report. I publish an English paper. If you are interested in our activity and the analysis result, please check this English paper. This is a sample of data collected. It shows the distribution of BI by region. This is a cold region in Hokkaido in Japan. And this is a result in semi-cold region in Tohoku region. And this is a warm region, it's a Tokyo. This is a hot humid region, it's Okinawa. In this way, status of the compliance with the code can be checked in real time. Analyzing this kind of evidence data, Japanese government is strengthening the building energy code year after year. Last year, 2024, the code for large scale of buildings, commercial buildings, was strengthened by 20%. And starting in 2026, the code for medium buildings will be strengthened by 20%. And our final target is by 2030, at the latest, raise the code to ZEB level. In Japan, this kind of evidence data allows for rational discussion or streamlines policy decisions. And in addition, information on the relationship between BI and design specification is disclosed to designers and building owners. Grouping by BI is a 5 category: BI 0.6, BI 0.7, BI 0.8, 9, 1.0. And analyzing the relationship between the BI value and the envelope, the thermal transmittance of the exterior walls. This center graph is a rated capacity of the air conditioner. And this is power consumption lighting fixtures. The design specification to achieve the target BI are clarified. So in this way, in Japan, simulation tools are not merely tools for calculation of BI, but function as data collection devices and promote energy conservation in buildings. This is a summary of my presentation. What I want to say is regulations are necessary to lead the world in direction it should be. So standardization are necessary for appropriate operation of regulations. So in order to apply regulations more effectively and efficiently, So digital digital transformation of the regulation is important. So we have developed standards for building energy evaluation method and online software called WebPro. WebPro also functions as a data collection device. And I wasn't able to speak today due to the time constraints, but it's a powerful tool not only for new construction buildings, but also for existing buildings. That means zero retrofit projects. Now, I think this kind of approach can be applied in your country. So I'm happy if our experience could assist you. Okay, that's my presentation.
Now we will open the floor for question and answer session. For the first session, I will open 3 questions for the participants in the room. So you just have to raise your hand and we will come to you. And for the online participant, you can wait while asking by writing your question in the Zoom chat box. Do we have any question here in the room?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for the presentation. My name is Johannes. I'm the lead for industry decarbonization and energy efficiency in the building sector of GIZ Indonesia Energy Program at the moment. Thank you very much for the presentation from the distinguished speakers in the beginning, giving the background of Indonesian situation as well as the presentation from Japanese colleagues here. Quite interesting to see the energy calculator tool in the end, and I'm really looking forward to the English version. Already opened the file, but unfortunately my Japanese is very, very limited. May I ask about how you are in Japan enforcing the use of these tools through existing regulation or disincentive structures for building permit applications, etc. So it's quite interesting to know how people then will use the tool, despite there's many tools available, but penetration to the market and application from users is quite limited in some areas. So I would be really interested to hear how you're supporting this from the regulatory side, maybe also through incentives. That would be interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is for Dr. Miyata? Or like for the Japanese side, maybe could answer the questions.
Sorry, sorry.
先生、よろしいですか？
はい。すみません。あんまりよく聞こえなかったんですけど、もう一度、あれですかね、最初はあれですかね、何%ぐらい使ってるかですかね。
いや、そうじゃなくて、
違う。
どうしてそのウェブプロをですね、みんな使うようになっているのか。
どうしてね。So, our tool is just a moment. So to check the compliance with the building code in Japanese building code, so building designer must use these tools. So Japanese government said so this tool must be used in all buildings. The Japanese government said so. So so all building designer and building owners have to use these tools. However, there are some specialized contractors, some specialized calculation contractors. So the building designer can ask the kind of the specialized contractors to calculate their calculate the BEI of the buildings. It's a correct answer for your questions. So I cannot catch your question.
それと宮田先生、要は先ほど Webflow 使われている割合がどのぐらいなのかっていう質問もあったんです。
100%.
100%です。
100%. 100% designers use these programs. But this B is a simplified calculation method. The 95%, more than 95% designers use this simplified calculation method. It's okay. It's a mandate. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. It's a mandatory to use.
This standard. That's why small building I use a very simple calculation. But basically both 1 is the system. Understand?
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have another question from the room?
Greetings, everyone. I'm Heidi from Green Building Secretariat, same as Pa Fajar. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Masato presentation. And also, it is also interesting that you mentioned that energy efficiency in buildings regulation, there's two ministry that also involved in the regulation. Ministry of Land and Transportation Energy, right? And well, the second one would be the Ministry of Trade. We would like to know how these two ministry actually coordinate to regulate the energy efficiency in buildings, as you mentioned before that they regulate different parts of building works. As for the one will be for the operational, while also for the land and transport regulate the design phase and also the construction. Do they regulate those individually, or do they coordinate, and how do they coordinate? Is there any national forum or maybe a secretariat that had been made uh, to coordinate between them? And also, um, as we see in the backdrop itself, there's the Energy Conservation Center Japan and also Japan Business Alliance for Smart Energy Worldwide. We would like to know how these two organizations also play parts in the regulation and implementation of energy efficiency in buildings in Japan. And is there also another organization that also involved in all of those regulation ecosystem that maybe can be best practice that Indonesia also can learn from it? Thank you.
皆さん、私が返事して返答いたします。
お願いします。
In Japan, we have two building code. One is a design code, design side, and another one is the operation side. So first one is we are building energy code, something like for design, and this is a energy efficiency code for industry, including industry, basically operation. So building is one of the industry for the operation. But design and construction is different. So that's why there are two code. So that's one of the kind of area different. So design code and controlled by the Ministry of Land Infrastructure, Transportation and Tourism. And operation side, the major. So for example, Yada-san already explained about the design code and standard and how to apply the construction permit, and also how to evaluate using this law, and finally get the permit. This process under the Ministry of Land and Infrastructure and Transportation. But as maybe for many years, Japan, we are support providing a lot of information for energy conservation. The law. So this kind of operation. So maybe periodical report submission, energy manager appointment, and also like energy audit, and such kind of regulation under the operation side. So this side have a standard, for example, 1% every year to improve energy efficiency, and this is one of the standard. Another one, the benchmarking. For example, building, maybe some have a benchmarking for building, maybe some building how many kilowatt per square meter, for example. So these two, issue. And but we, two ministry always have a communication, and and develop the energy efficiency policy and implement the policy, and reach the target, especially for the carbon neutrality 2020, 2050.
Thank you very much. We have one last question in the room. Do we have one last question? If not, there's like one question from the chat box. Here is from Mr. Erwin Kasim from Maskei. And the question is there anyone that know what is the estimation cost for doing energy audit at buildings with about 500 TOE energy consumption?
Thank you, Pak Erwin. Actually, based on our experience, actually, there's no exact number related to the cost of the energy audits, because it depends on many varieties of the context. I mean, sometimes we have to divide into the several factors, such as if you want to more details and the boundary related to the system. For instance, if you want to know related to the air conditioning or also the lighting systems, or you have to consider also with the air quality. Sometimes it's may be different for the cost. So it's so many factors that to be determining of the cost of the energy audit. But if we just like an experience, maybe there's 100 million, maybe I just it maybe it different between the categories of buildings, but around 100 million of rupiah sometimes we can get those of the energy audit in the buildings that the 500 of ton oil equivalent. The 500 ton oil equivalent is equal to 5.8 gigawatt hours. So if we consist of the if we convert to the buildings, sometimes we also need to consider the high-rise building. Maybe they have the 6 or 8 or 10 floor of the building. So I would say that it depends on the category of the energy audit. If we would like to more detail related to energy audit, such as the investment grade audit, so that must be uh, several things need to be calculated as well. So that's more detail, and of course it may be slightly more costly. So that's maybe the information that I can share to you. But if there's someone who knows, maybe my colleague here, maybe you can give us like information related to this. Thank you so much.
I have two questions. One is the first one. I think in Indonesia you have energy efficiency regulations, and also the some industry or buildings use more energy. Maybe you say use the how many how many I'm not sure, but they have the obligation to appoint the energy managers and also periodic report and some other document to the government. And also you have energy audit obligations. So how you like link the periodical report and also audit? So in Japan, we don't have such kind of audit obligation, and only we check the periodic report only, and then but Indonesia you have two periodic report and energy audit. That is the one question. And the second one is green building. You have some kind of regulation for the government building, 20%, 25% energy efficiency, and water reduction is 10%. So how the evaluate the this is obligation mandatory, right? You said, and how to evaluate for this 20%, 25%, and 10% for the the buildings. That's the second question.
Thank you so much for your question. These are good questions. Actually, maybe I haven't explained it yet related to the what the mechanism to report and also to monitor this kind of the regulation. The first of all, um, the reporting systems already mentioned in our regulations in the government regulation number 33 2023 that we have to every energy consumer who consume for instance in the building sectors 500 ton equivalent, they have to appoint the energy manager. The appointed the energy manager, they have like the certificate for the energy manager. It should be signed by they have like a license from the BNSP because this energy certificate and manager certificate should be signed with the BNSP, like the certification bodies that they approve that this the certified of the energy manager. And the company should do the programs of the energy management that consists of the actions related to the how to use the energy more efficient, and they also need to do like the energy audit. That's why uh, after they do the energy audit and they can implement the recommendations of the energy audit, they should put all the activities have to be reported into our synergy platform that I already mentioned in our presentations before. Because in the POME, we call it Pelaporan Online Management Energy, or we call it the synergy. The every company should put like what the actually the activities, what the energy consumptions, how many energy consumptions, and what like steps to do an activity in terms of the energy efficiency. So government will cut the report because it's already mandated, and every years we can collect the data, and then sometimes we do like the evaluations because we are here like almost of energy and energy efficiency staff members are energy auditors because we already certified by the institution. Maybe 50% of member staff of energy conservation directorates, and maybe 70% energy auditors. That's why sometimes we are trying to approve the report using like our sense of the energy auditors, because if we look at the reporting, sometimes we know which one it's not maybe not make sense, and then try to send to it the email or WhatsApp or whatever it's like the communication between the energy auditors or monitoring system based on the data from our obtained in the system to deliver to the companies. So we have like a communications, and every year the data should be reported to us, and then also we got the achievement as well, because we got the activities, we got the number of energy managers in the every single companies, we got the energy greenhouse gas reporting as well. So based on that, we need to we need evaluate every years. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Ya, saya minta ini translate ya. Eh, Kementerian ESDM mengeluarkan indeks konsumsi energi atau EUI.
So the Ministry of Energy itself already put a regulation for the energy use intensity standard, especially for the government building.
25% itu dihitung dari standar tersebut. Jadi harus lebih rendah 25% dari yang dikeluarkan oleh Kementerian ESDM.
So the 25% will be more efficient than the standard that had been regulated by the Ministry of Energy.
kapan kami menghitung besaran penurunan energi ini? Saat suatu gedung perlu mendapatkan izin penggunaan atau sertifikat layak fungsi.
So we calculate the energy efficiency when the buildings have been to has to get the permit for their operational use.
Yang kami lakukan adalah audit energi pada bangunan gedung tersebut dengan data minimum 6 bulan sesuai peraturan menteri kami.
And how we calculate it by using the operational data, minimum 6 months of operational for the building. That the data itself we get it from the audit energy.
Data inilah yang akan dibandingkan dengan standar yang dikeluarkan Kementerian ESDM.
So based on that data, it will be compared to the standard from the Ministry of Energy.
One question: if the building constructed, and after that you said collecting data and also based on the standard which get based on the data in your country, and but if this data 6 months or so, this one is not satisfied for this 25%. So how the building ask your owner to minimize energy and to make more energy efficiency. That is
Jadi dalam proses sertifikasi bangunan gedung hijau atau Green Building Certification, kita akan melakukan memberikan rekomendasi. Pertama untuk penghematan di sisi pasif desain, mungkin dari perubahan perilaku penghuni, sampai dia terukur baru sertifikatnya bisa dikeluarkan. Atau menggunakan device energi yang lebih hemat.
So the certification process itself from the design phase, actually there will be a recommendation being put for the passive strategies or other strategies, active, etc., that can be implemented by the building owners and can be adopted in the operational process.
Begitu. Thank you very much. We have several questions from the Zoom chat box. The first is from Andy S, an energy practitioner in Indonesia. He asked how to make awareness for building owners that consume more than 500 STOE, and is there any timeline to monitor all building owners in Indonesia to conduct the mandatory regulation?
Thank you for the questions. Actually, based on the regulations, once the regulation has been stipulated or issued, actually 1 year after the regulation, every companies or every building needs to be comply with the regulations. It means that but we we are trying to prepare the technical regulation using the Ministerial of Energy Regulation. That's why we in this year we already finished Ministerial Regulation number 8 2025 concerning of energy management's implementations. Based on that, the building can I mean can comply with those steps, with the stage, using like the energy management principle and also the energy management activities. So I will say that for the target, actually, we already identified it's around maybe 700 buildings in Indonesia based on our data, getting from the data from we got from the electricity data coming from the PLN. At least of 1700, almost 1700 buildings has to comply with these regulations. Okay, so we already got the data, we got the buildings, and that's why we have to disseminate this information to all of these buildings that they targeted in these regulations. And we hope that not too long. I mean, in these years, on we hope that every user or every building owners can participate, comply with these regulations, because we got the 700 buildings and more than maybe more than 100 or 2000, more than 1000 or 2000s the government building as well that need to be comply with the Ministerial Regulation number 3 2025. Maybe that's, Pak Arif, the information that we can share. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Due to the time limitation, we could not take any more questions. Well, that concludes our morning session. Thank you once again to all of the speakers for their valuable insights, and to everyone, to participants both online and in person in the room, for your active participation and thoughtful questions. Now we will take a lunch break and reconvene for the afternoon session here at 13:30. And for those attending in person, lunch will be served in the restaurant on the ground floor. And we look forward to seeing you again after the break. Thank you very much and enjoy your lunch.